Paying attention nowadays is a challenge for everyone, adults and especially young people. With today's technology, students isolate themselves wearing AirPods or looking down at their phones all the time. Look at what might happen. From Sharpstown High School, where the world comes to learn and where we do pay attention.
This was an example of the many responsible, timely, and relevant media messages that students in the Sharpstown High School's audio-video production program learned to produce. At this point, we'd like to share a couple of more important student messages.
This one has to do with cyber safety. Did you know where you go on the internet using your cell phone and computer can put you in danger? Do you really know who's on the other end, with whom you're communicating? And remember that on the social media sites you visit and post will never go away, even if you think you've deleted it. In the future, you may not be able to get into that college or university you want to go to, and you may not get that job with the company you want to work with when they see what you've been doing on social media. Your future may be limited because of your digital footprint.
Now let's talk about you being safe at school. Look and listen to this video about another important message.
At Sharpstown High School, extra efforts are being made to keep the campus secure and safe. At the start of the school day, students enter through a specific entrance, and after classes start, everyone must report to the main school office for a security check.
Okay, let me give you the main number.
With an enrollment of over 1,800 students, it's a challenge to keep up with the comings and goings of all students, staff, and visitors. Doors in and out of buildings are firmly shut and not propped open, and report doors in need of repair for student safety. Additionally, anyone who is not recognizable on campus is being challenged to provide a proper identification or be escorted to campus authorities.
So students will be a good resource to keeping the school safe by being good witnesses.
See something, say something.
See something, say something.
See something, say something.
From Sharpstown High School, where the world comes to learn and where we're trying to stay safe.
Remember, see something, say something.
It explodes, severely burning him.
At the beginning, electronic cigarettes were exploding on users, catching fire and burning them, sometimes severely.
When e-cigarettes first came on the market, they were sold as an alternative to smoking tobacco cigarettes, that they were safer and didn't cause cancer.
But health experts say now, with all the different chemicals and illegal drugs being put in the e-cigarette devices, vaping is still harmful and sometimes deadly.
Because makers of VPN devices have been targeting young people, more and more of them are VPN even at school.
They can send you off to DAP, they can suspend you for 3 days, they can expel you, they can give you detention, they can give you ISS. It just depends on what that principal wants to do.
Career and technology education classrooms help students get ready for workplace and having a goal of students learning the skills and earning certifications. Here's an example of CTE. Students learn how to work with others in the classroom and on the job.
It seemed like a simple thing to do, to walk forward with your teammates to a finish line, to see who could get the job done first.
It was challenging because none of my, some of my members didn't know what they was doing.
It was a team building and leadership activity in a career and technology class to get students ready for the workplace, where they'll have to work with others whom they won't know or have worked with before.
It was infuriating at some times. For the most part, it was good fun.
Yeah, good fun. So how do you think this activity will help you in the future? Like, what did it teach you?
It taught me to collaborate with others, teamwork.
After several failed attempts, the students talked with each other about what strategies could be used to accomplish their goal together, such as calling out commands, using words, colors, or language.
Derecha. Blue. Red. Blue. Right.
Soon, team after team successfully moved together to get the job done. What was also visible was the engagement of these Sharpstown High School students, smiling, laughing, and learning.
What did you think about the outdoor activity that we did in class today?
I think it was good. It helped with team building.
From Sharpstown High School, where the world comes to learn, and where students prepare for higher learning and get ready for their future career workplace, being a team player and leader.
Here at Sharpstown High School, we want to remind you of an important day this time of year, November 11th, Veterans Day, when we honor all veterans, living and dead, who have served the United States in war and in peacetime.
Veterans are the people that have fought and bled and died, in some cases, to protect the rights and the freedoms that we have and that we cherish here in this country.
From Sharpstown High School, where the world comes to learn, and where we honor the men and women who have served or are serving in the country's armed forces.
An audio-video production class, students learn about the elements used to create a media message, such as sight, what you see, sound, what you hear, motion, what moves, text, what you read. What is the message and who is the audience or consumer?
Estoy agradecido de tener un trabajo, de tener a mi familia con vida, de estar cumpliendo mis sueños y de estar saliendo adelante.
I'm thankful for my family's well-being and I hope they do well like every year.
I'm thankful for the food. Not only do we eat turkey, but in my culture we eat tamales.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for family, this awesome campus that I get to work at every day. My students, they've been doing awesome artwork.
This Thanksgiving holiday, I'm thankful for God's protection upon my family. I'm thankful for education and my progress.
I'm thankful for being with my family and getting to eat good food.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for the small moments in life that make you pause and appreciate what you have and what's to come.
I'm thankful for my family, for the students that have come in and worked really, really hard. It's meant a whole lot to have my hard work met with your hard work.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for my family and my health, my work, for everything.
You can remain silent.
No, I can't speak. This is a free country, all right? I can say what I want, okay? I'm sorry, I'll go out the window, but like, at least see it.
It was a pretend traffic stop on what not to do when stopped by police. In a school-wide effort, students at Sharpstown High School received training on how to handle an encounter with law enforcement. The instruction focuses on understanding police officers' professional behavior and the public's personal reaction to being stopped for possible infraction of the law. Here at Sharpstown, everyone is made aware of the need to understand the importance of proper behavior when interacting with law enforcement.
Both parties should be respectful towards each other.
Be respectful of the police. Hay que tener mucho respeto a la policía.
The student training on interaction with police is a state requirement for high school graduation. From Sharpstown High School, where the world comes to learn.
Early in the morning, before classes start, students at Sharpstown High School can be seen doing assignments to earn high school credits.
How is high school going to help you?
The high school can help you learning something like helps you the rest of your life, like learning English, study biology, like physics.
Once the school bell rings, students get to their class in a timely manner to continue learning. During the class period, students are engaged as they read, write, and demonstrate what they've learned in groups or individually.
High school is going to help me by giving me a better education and making my parents proud.
This year, cell phone use in the classroom is being restricted. Also, students' movement outside the classroom during instruction is not allowed. It has created a climate and culture for learning for student success.
High school is going to help me because I will eventually get my diploma, which could help me get into college, which could help me get into psychology, so I can graduate and become a psychologist.
Sharpstown is important for me because para aprender inglés y porque me va a ayudar a conseguir la carrera que quiero.
At the start of the school year, we students have seen a change, especially the requirements to wear uniforms, but we're still learning. Most of us are used to dealing with challenges, so we're good. Watch us succeed.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. The Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Here at Sharpstown High School, reading is an acquired life skill.
Even though Sharpstown High School students, like others, are distracted with today's technology, they are still reading from different sources all the time. This instructional reading is expanding their knowledge.
I can read something and understand it, so that's why I find it important to practice it.
Reading is not just about reading from a book. During school, students are reading from their laptop and desktop computers, and they read text that is projected in the classroom from their minds to their hands. The information is typed and written, improving their writing and understanding.
Interestingly, reading also has a benefit beyond just improving students' academics. It can also have a calming effect.
Reading is important because it helps reduce stress and helps you gain knowledge.
It also lowers your blood pressure. So the more relaxed, the more you read, the better benefits for your health.
I was born partly deaf, so the first thing I had to do was learn to read more than how I talk.
Yes, the reading has helped me to learning English.
From Sharpstown High School, where the world comes to learn and where we read all the time, even for a video project like this.
And CTE, students get creative when learning about related information in some of their other classes.
Insects. These are grasshoppers. What's the connection between grasshoppers and global warming? Let's connect the dots. That's good.
Most people wouldn't think of eating insects. We've grown up being uncomfortable with them, thinking that they should be avoided and wouldn't be tasty.
Would you like a grasshopper? They're delicious.
Some what? Grasshoppers? People actually eat grass? No.
But some insects are actually very nutritious as food sources, and they're prepared to be very appetizing. With many cultures, like here at Sharpstown High School, insects are part of diets in many countries represented here.
I'm from Mexico and we actually eat these, so I'm not new to it. Cool, nice and juicy one. Salty. They're really high in protein, I know that.
It has a leg, it has a thorax, so I'm gonna try it now.
Interestingly, some environmentalists connect insect consumption as being one of the solutions to global warming.
They argue that the increasing demand for meat eaters is damaging our environment and air, as lands are cleared of vegetation to make more room for large numbers of cattle. That releases methane gas up into the air, damaging our ozone.
From Sharpstown High School, where the world comes to learn about grasshoppers in our environment.
And we enjoy learning from our teacher who has extensive experience with audio-video production, having been an award-winning broadcast journalist, working with local, national, and international news organizations. Watch.
The trial is expected to last about 2 weeks.
Police officers tell us that the effective range for this is about 20 yards. That would be somewhere between home plate and the pitcher's mound.
All the time, avoiding obstacles on the ground.
Although this looks hazardous and dangerous, pilots tell us that crop dusting actually has a good safety record. Richard Weaver's family has been raising bees for 4 generations. He says an additional problem is the lack of wild native bees.
This trail ride is on its way to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
The folks on this trail ride say it's not about the distance they travel, that it's more about just being out here, trying to keep history and a culture alive. This is an example of how the heat is affecting these milk cows. Normally, they would be out here in the open pasture feeding. Instead, as you can see, they're all standing under the shade of the trees, not eating.
Luis Cruz is a master tile setter in Houston, and he adds an artistic touch to his work. He represents the increasing number of Hispanics who now make up a diverse community in the Bayou City. By day, Luis spends his time creating and sharing his rich cultural heritage.
And at night, once a week, Luis can be found at local wrestling matches, where he's not watching wrestling, he's actually one of the wrestlers.
Lowriders are cars that have been customized and ride low to the ground. The lifestyle is truly American. Lowriders are not found anywhere else in the world. The folks who build them, however, say they're always fighting a negative image.
A lowrider is not a bad dude. It's not a bad man. It's a good person. I mean, we spend time with our cars, and we don't spend time doing bad things.
Proud of yourself. Write a statement of affirmation. An example of positive affirmation can be, I am a good student because I turned in all my work. Visit the CCC today to get started. Attention juniors.
Quiet on the set. Talent ready.
Start recording. 3, 2, 1.